Welcome back. Welcome back. Another week, another edition of Matt's Tiers. You know how it is. Every single Wednesday, we go through, and I and the council of undisclosed members will go through and rank every NBA team based on obscure categories. You'll see how it goes. Stay tuned. And if you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Just trying to show the love. Thanks for the support on the Nets video. We'll be back and better than ever with more Nets content, Cavs content, Hawks content, every NBA team's content.
Especially after this weekend when we take care of the Cavs' perfect record. And this is being recorded on Election Day. I hope everybody went out and voted. Go TOT. Go vote TOT.
Matt's Tiers going into week 3. Unwatchable. Jazz and the Wizards, to me, these teams are unwatchable. I don't think there's, even if I put money on against either of these teams or on them, I don't think I would watch. Honestly, they're just so bad to watch. I don't enjoy it. Show me something. Like, these teams just need to show me a little something. Like, the Spurs were just up 40-14 or 16 at the end in the first quarter and lost the game. I don't know how that's possible. Just show me something. Blazers, they did just beat the Pels, but the Pels have been proven to be ass, so we'll see. And Hawks, show me something other than, Trae Young, 2 points. Where are you going with that? Metal detector. These teams, I sense a little pulse here. I sense a little something. I sense something's brewing here. I don't think these teams are good by any means, but they're showing me a little something. Like, I've seen something from all of these teams. The Bulls have came back and won some games late. RJ Barrett looks awesome. LaMelo Ball, also awesome. And the Pistons are on a 2-game win streak, surprisingly enough, beating pretty good teams. So Nets and the Lakers. No man's land. These teams, to me, are playing either better or worse what they're supposed to do, but they're going to be stuck in this no man's land where for the Magic, I expected them to be a top 4 or 5 seed, but obviously Paolo's out for a month, so that's going to hurt them. And they're probably going to end up around that play-in area, which to me for the Magic is kind of no man's land. For them, they had to be higher up in the standings to get home court because they play so much better. And then the Clippers and Nets, these teams both aren't supposed to be good, and you kind of want to tank if you're these teams. So they're kind of just in that middle tier of the NBA where I don't like any team to be. But February's coming for these teams. These teams, I promise every single one of you who is watching this will be making a trade come February. These teams will be trading someone away or trying to get someone to muster up and save their season, which is not going to happen. But these two teams stink, but they're still better than all the teams below. That is the Bucks and the Pelicans. Street fight. These teams are going to fight their ass off to get back to what we all expected them to be, and I think they'll get pretty close to it. I don't know if they're going to be top 3 seeds like they want to be going into the season, but they're going to fight like hell against any opponent, and they're going to fight back up in the standings, and that's the Kings, Pacers, and Sixers. 500 or better. These teams, they haven't wowed me by any means at the start of the season, but they will be probably around 500, if not a little bit better. That's, like, to me, the ceiling of all of these teams, and I'm excited to watch. I think these teams will be around 500. Hand up. I might have been wrong about the Warriors. Last year, I put them in New Year, same shit. It probably will be still. But for at this moment in week 3, I'm putting the hand up. I was wrong. This team's actually good. The numbers.
Nothing I love more than seeing Matt put the hand up.
The numbers are good, so I have to give them credit where credit's due. Their numbers, their advanced stats, all that look really good, and they're playing good ball. So hand up. I was wrong about them. MIA. These teams, I don't know what happened from either last year or the first week of the season. The Lakers, to me, looked like an absolute bona fide championship contender after the first week. Then last week was awful. You can't lose to the Pistons. I don't care if you're on the road. I don't care if you're tired, whatever it is. You can't lose.
They were on a back-to-back to Pistons.
Yeah, it's just inexcusable. And the Pistons are better than people think, but they're still not anywhere close to the tier of the Lakers and Nuggets. And the Nuggets, everything's just going wrong for them, and they're just not playing good ball. They can't shoot the 3. Jokic has to be Superman every night. And while, yes, he's basically done that his whole career now, as of late, but it's not the scoring output. There's definitely times where Jokic will throw out a random 12, 15-point game on 8 shot attempts. That's not the problem. Now he's shooting 25 times, and Aaron Gordon's out too. So brutal season so far for both of these teams. Way lower than what I thought they should be at. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. these teams, they get one win where I'm like, oh, that was a great win. And then they lose some terrible game versus a shitty team. Like the T-Wolves just beat the Nuggets on a crazy comeback, and then they lose the next one. Knicks, same kind of deal. They smoke the Heat, and then they lose to the Rockets the other night. Just unacceptable. These two teams are really, really good. They just need to put it all together and be a little more consistent. And yes, obviously they made moves with each other, but they need to get it figured out. Little bros. These two teams are just little bros to the teams ahead of them. I think that these two teams are not my two A and B. Like couldn't really pick between them, but they're my second best teams, second and third, however you want to put it, in the Western Conference. So, yeah, Suns and Mavs. Can't stop this feeling, man. And if you guys watch this channel, you know that I am a Cavs fan, and I am all the way in on this basketball team. And they're so fun. So fun.
Very.
And then for the third week in a row, these two share the top spot. Watch out. Normally, it's progressively gone down and down for how much I think the gap between them and the rest of the league is. And they should be watching out for teams like Phoenix, Dallas, Cleveland. They're all playing great ball, and one of these teams might get got. I thought it was like a surefire lock that these two teams were going to be in the finals together. And I know we're 3 weeks in the season, and who doesn't love to overreact 3 weeks into the season? But these two teams better keep an eye out. But that's week 3. Matt's tears. Slim, I don't know where he went, but
he'll be back. Don't worry about it.
But yeah, every single week, Finn and Slim make one move to move a team up or down. Slim is not here, so we're going to start with Finn.
Wait, it is my turn anyway, though.
It is Finn's turn.
All 3 weeks here. I went first. He went second.
Did I miss the clap?
I got 2. Yeah, you clapped. I got one big time move I want to make here, and then I want one other move. So first of all, my primary move, I'm gonna move the Cavs up. I'm gonna move the Cavs up to watch out. I honestly believe that they deserve to be in that tier. I honestly believe that they are. To me, this isn't just a record comment. I'm not just talking about the fact that they're still undefeated. They look like a basketball team that deserves to be in that top tier. And again, you guys are going to get in the comments, say, blah, 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 blah. We're only 3 weeks in. That's the point. It's an eye test of what we're seeing right now up to this date. If they go 0-3 next week, I'd move them down if they were in the same place. Right now, from what I've seen from this team, the way they've been playing, I mean, I think they're the best team in the league. They look like the best team in the league. Advanced stats-wise, what you wanted to bring up earlier about the Warriors, I mean, they're advanced
stats, but we're
second. I know they're advanced stats, but they deserve to be in that tier. They do deserve to be in that tier. And then I want to do one more move, go down. I do understand that the Knicks just lost to the Rockets, and you use that as a knock on the Knicks. I actually want to put that as a notch for the Rockets. I think the Rockets are an electric team. I think the Rockets are going to make a ton of noise. Now, I did say this preseason, so it's a bit of a sketchy move for me to move them to hand up because it's not a personal hand up, but I think they deserve to be in the tier that above from where they are right now. I think the Rockets are a very good basketball team. I really like the Rockets this year. Again, that's a bad loss for the Knicks still, technically. But I think it speaks more to the Rockets than it does to the Knicks. The Knicks got to get some stuff figured out, but the Rockets play a great brand of basketball over there.
Yeah, no, they're playing good. They're definitely a team that could be on the rise. I think the Rockets this year have kind of been what I expected from the Grizzlies, if that makes sense.
The Grizzlies are not good.
I know, which is really shocking to me.
Which I spoke so highly of the Grizzlies preseason. We own them. We beat them twice now in the last 2 weeks. But I mean, Ja looks unbelievable. He might be one of the best point guards in the NBA. But Edey also looks great. The rest of the team is horrible.
They're just like Desmond Bane's out again. Like Jaren didn't start the season. It's just been kind of rocky. I feel like they need to just put a month or two together of just consistent full roster basketball. But no, they're the only ones selling my future win totals lay.
Yeah, I mean, my hand up is for Edey, though. I put my hand up. He looked great. He blocked Dennis Schroeder yesterday, took a walk-up 3. I was a little bit rattled. So, Rockets up. Cavs have to be in that top tier as well. I think those are fair moves.
All right, Slim, what's your one move?
I'll be moving the Sacramento Kings up this week. I think that they will be 500 or better. We played them. The Hawks played them last week. And, you know, it was kind of a dogfight. We're kind of injured, so I'm not, you know, upset about the Hawks being where they are this week. But seeing how DeMar really showed up for those Cats, and seeing Sabonis is one of the best big men. I say top 3 big men, top 3 centers in the league. I think Swipa is a top 3 point guard in the league. And I think that those Cats can really make some noise and definitely pick up the pace later on towards the season. I'd say after Christmas break, we can see them being a 6 seed, maybe even creeping up the 5 seed with they definitely have a big 3, and I think Keegan Murray will definitely heat up towards the trade deadline. So that'll be my move for the week.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry, you're lagging a little bit, Slim, if you can hear me. But no, I mean, both conferences are pretty wide open besides at the top. Like, any of these teams could really make a run. Like, the Sixers and Bucks are 3 games back, and they're 1-6.
Bucks are horrible, man.
There's 2 we're going to do an Eastern Conference, what's going on with the Eastern Conference video coming out probably a day or 2 after this goes live. But, like, these teams just – there's no team over 500 besides the Cavs and Celtics in the East. Like, the East is wide open. The West isn't much different. Like, they're seeds 3 through 9 are all 1 game above or below 500. Like, everything's wide open. NBA's got mid parity this year so far. Like, we haven't seen amazing basketball from anyone besides those top teams. But still, I'm excited. The season's been good so far. I'm having a good time. Made a lot of money.
Let me say one thing about the Nets. I love that they've moved up every week. Just want to leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, they're continuing to prove me wrong. I mean, they should be tanking. So, but
scrappy.
But that's it for this one. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back next Wednesday for tiers. So turn that noti bell on around 2:00 normally. Yeah. And if you have any other video ideas, leave them in the comments. And peace.